I stepped into a grown man role, you feel me? And it just hit different, and I wanted it. I was like, boy, when I sat in that, I put that jacket on, I said, I'm here now. Can't get rid of me now, Octavian's here. Nyla, do you know why I'm here?
Yes.
The thirst doesn't end with the credits. I'm Omegia Keeys, and this is Donors After Dark. Warning, there are spoilers ahead, but first, here's the recap.
Previously on Donors.
Yet they are vampires, less than a century old, to get their pick of the litter of new vampires.
No one has the say on who could be turned.
But we have how many? I implore you to heed our warning.
Vampires, refusal to conform will be the ruin of us all. I need for you to handle it now.
So we're gonna welcome Octavian in.
That's your baby. That's my baby.
Yes.
I tell her my mom take care of her.
You said you told her mama.
I told her mom I got her.
Oh, okay.
She can't be in no better hands than Octavian.
Yes. So, we're episode 1, but the love story is the story of Donors. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on, but it is the crux of it.
Hey everybody, this is Dante Walker. I play the role of Octavian Corvage. I am the Prince of the Vampires. I am the creator of the donor system. And if you don't know what the donor system is, it is human donating their blood to people like us, vampires, to where I ain't gotta go out in these streets and just kill for the fun of it. And I hope y'all looked at episode 1. I know it took y'all up, down, round, and I'm appreciative of even having this opportunity to play this role.
No, Octavian! Octavian! Yo, I'm ready for round 2. That BTS. Hey, BTS. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna write on this quick. Because that's my boo, y'all. This my boo on this show. Hey, guys. Well, you want to have a know?
I'm letting you introduce yourself, because I introduced myself.
I'm Nyla. I'm Nyla Jordan. So I play Nyla. Hi, everybody. I am happy to be here, man. It's been a great experience. It's been wonderful. The chemistry on this set has been dynamic. And Nyla's getting the love that she's been wanting finally in episode 1. Right? You don't even want to pop your collar on that.
I did put it down. I bumped around.
No, wait, y'all see this. This is going to be an incredible ride, incredible journey.
And I'm pretty sure y'all already seen the episode. That's why you looking at this. But we just want to talk about how Octavian met Nyla and how we just had this dynamic connection without even meeting each other.
Yep.
And it was just something that sparked that was different about Nyla than any other person I've been around. And I'm 800 plus years old. I look good for my age though, right?
No, I mean, yeah.
I'm 800 plus.
You 800 plus.
And I'm still putting it up.
You know, shut the young girl down, you know? And Nyla never been loved like this before, so she doesn't know what to think, what to expect. All this is new for her. But she knows what she wants.
So y'all make sure y'all look at episode 1 and check it out again and again.
Check it out again and again because y'all not ready for what's gonna happen in episode 2. So look, in episode 2, y'all, we gonna start like,
Y'all just gonna have to check out episode 2.
The prince told me to shut up.
Before we even get into episode 1, I want to know how you both were feeling being cast as these characters. What did you
Ladies
think?
first.
Let me tell you, first of all, it started with the book. After reading this book, I was like, I gotta work my tail off for this. So being casted for this role, when I say, I don't even know how many times I cried when I did get casted for it. It was just tears of joy. I was happy about it. And I knew I had to bring it. And then when I found out who was going to be Octavian, I had to bring it. I know I gotta bring this.
Okay, but what drew you to the character of Nyla though?
Her being so relatable. You know, in the past, just growing up, I was like the tomboy, you know, and nobody wanted to see me as anything but their little sister. They're this, you know, oh, she's my little sister. She could never be my woman, nah, da da da. And so, and I don't know, that set always with me with Nyla, because Nyla is this woman who she gets overlooked. She gets overlooked by everyone. She is not ideal. She is not the ideal human. And it wasn't until I got a little bit older that, oh, now you become a little something, so somebody sees you. So that, it was very relatable to me in that sense.
I think a lot of women can relate to that. What about you? Look, Dante, how you looking?
I don't know how I could come back after that one.
You got it.
Ah, man. Well, if they don't know now, y'all know we go back years with this. And when she was writing it, I was like, I'm audition for it when I'm ready. Because she had a web series, and I was like, I would audition, but I don't feel I'm ready for it, because again, I know how she talked about it so much. Yeah. I'm like, nah, I can't bring it to that level that I know she wanted at. And so some time passed by, and she was like, we did some other things. And then she said, yeah, I'm bringing out those. I said, yeah, let me get that script. Let me audition. And I felt, I'm like, I'm finna give her everything. Because again, it's something different from the other roles I've played. Everybody know me as the goofy guy, or just a young little player. Everybody knows that. But when you see me as older vampire politician type, wearing suits and stuff, I stepped into a grown man role, you feel me? And it just hit different, and I wanted it. I was like, boy, when I sat in that, I put that jacket on, I said, I'm here now. Can't get rid of me now, Octavian's here.
But I have a question though, because you read bits and pieces of the script when I was first putting it to a script. How is that? Because for me, you're my little big bro.
Yes.
We got it in the mud. We did all that, but to see you embody Octavian, coming from the goofy kid that I had holding up the cell phone light. Because, we were on set. It was dark, but any downtime, I'm going to use it as an opportunity to write. So from me holding the flashlight and you actually reading some of the stuff to what it evolved to for you being the character, though, that is like, how does that feel?
Surreal still. Because again, Lord, this is getting a little emotional. Because my grandma, I started talking about my grandma. We lost her a little, 2 years now. And we was talking about originals. And I said, Grandma, I can be a lead black vampire. Because all they got is all the white vampires. I'm sorry to say it like that. But again, I was young. I was in my 20s. That's what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. And she said, grandson, if you want it, you just claim it. And I said, I'm claiming it. Then I got to stand in for Charles Michael Davis on originals. I said, Grandma, we getting one step closer because I'm with the black guy. So when you start writing it, I'm like, I want this because me and my grandma had this conversation. And I know I can do it. And when reading these bits and pieces, I'm like, dang, I don't know about this character because it's so different from me. Can I really deliver this? Can I really give this? And again, I'm used to being goofy. That's the easy roles that come to me. They say, I need you to be this character. Bet, say less. I wake up to that. But when I auditioned and you gave me my pointers, like, yo.
Yeah, that first audition sucked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's like, I don't feel it. And when she said that, then I felt that I let you down. That's why when I redid it, I said, now I feel like she's disappointed in the audition. I don't give disappointments. Right. Came back, I did it, and I really took heed to the hints that you gave me and what you wanted. And I said, all right, bet. I'm gonna throw me in there, but I'm gonna give her what she wants. And when I did it, and when you told me, boy, you got it. Yeah, I almost jumped through the roof.
Because
you did.
Yeah, we didn't want faded reunion version of you. We didn't want keeping secrets version of you. We needed something completely different, and for you to step out of it, me and Kathy.
And that's what made me want it. Because
Yeah.
it's so different.
Yes.
Dante Perez is not that. Hastings is not that. So those characters came just natural. I've always been a butthole to people. That was easy. Always been, he's cute, he can get that girl. That's easy. But stepping into a new character and really embodying that's what
you did.
That's what made me want
And
it.
I saw him on, Fade Reunion and others. So I was like, this guy, he is hilarious. He's a character. So to see him, working on his lines and he's going back and forth, and just to see these expressions change from what I've seen on other work, I was like, this dude is not playing. He is no joke on this screen. So I really admired his work ethic and how he just brought this character to life.
Okay, so the writer in me is talking right now, because from writing this, and you have ideas of your characters like in mind back in the day, because in the book, Octavian was white. It was an interracial thing, but I was writing for my audience at the time because I was a romance writer, and my genre, it was interracial romance. But I always knew, even though I wrote him as white, I still always saw him as black, even though I was writing him as a white character. So when it was time to flip him over, and I had to get my producing partner on board, Kathy, we had to get Kathy on board. One of her biggest things that she told me is that she fell in love with the love story within the story. I hope I'm not lying on her.
Wow.
But that's what she said at that time. So for you two to bring that together, it was so wonderful. How was it like for you two to finally be together as your characters the first time that you actually, the first scene, getting into that moment of being your characters? How was that?
Oh man, I'm gonna say this one right here. The first day of shooting was oh my gosh. At first I was like, I'm nervous. I'm like, how we gonna do this? How we gonna pull this off? And we were in the room together, and I was like, we finna run these lines. So we sitting on the floor. We running the lines, really learning each other. Yeah. And so it's like, once it was time to shoot, I'm like, man, let's go do this. Let's knock this out.
Let's do it.
She was one of the best scene partners I've ever had. It's like, if I'm thinking it, she's doing it. It was like, get out of my head. Get out of my head. And it just, every scene just flowed with her, because again, it was like she was pulling from me, I'm pulling from her, and and we just got it done.
He made it easy for me to be able to, be comfortable in especially in some of the scenes that we did, because he's such a goofball, but when that camera turns on, he is in that moment. But I think that was what we have in common. We both are just nuts, and that kind of just helped with with us being more comfortable in those moments. And a gentleman too, are you comfortable here? Can I do this? Can I do that? And it just made everything so much easier to flow. And when I say dopest scene partner I've worked with, like, it's just the energy. I feed off of good vibes, good energy. And when I say that it was nothing short of that, I'm like, let's go. He made me pumped up to want to get in here. I'm like, am I making you comfortable? Because we about to go in on this thing.
Because spoiler alert, there are thigh bites.
Yes.
In this, I mean, especially when he shows up at the house, your house, and he's there, he has the bloodlust, the eyes, and all of that. That moment of you guys coming together, even the conversation. And, vampires, in other shows, the vampire leads. Yes. In this, we flipped it and made you, even though you were uncomfortable and awkward, your character is uncomfortable and awkward, we made you take the lead.
To charge.
Yeah, but how was it with these intimate scenes? Because, it's crazy, because I do write this stuff and I go in when I'm writing, but then when it's time to actually see it, I be like,
dang. I kind of did.
Yeah. Like, I can't believe I did this. Like, okay, how are we gonna, make this work without it being X-rated?
Well,
But I don't want it X-rated because, like, it's funny. Like, I can write it, but then I get shy when it's time to do it. Like, so I get so shy and I get so embarrassed, and y'all be like, roll off.
And just go.
I'm like,
because
It's time to go.
for me, it's again, it's like family here, man. So it's like it makes it easy. And again, every time I come to set here, it's like I'm at home. It's like I'm comfortable doing everything that I have to do because again, I'm in my comfort zone. And then when you have somebody who gives back to you how you give to them, it makes it easy. If I say, oh man, we got this scene coming up, you ready? She'd be like, oh, I've been ready. I'm like, oh no, not yet. It's up, But again, and I'm just as comfortable as her because again, she makes me feel comfortable.
Right.
I don't have to be like I'm timid about everything. It's like, yo, we already established boundaries or limits and everything before we even did anything. I'm like, look, if I told you here, is that okay? Because again, I want her to be comfortable. And if she's truly not comfortable, it's going to read on camera.
It's going to read.
If she's like, I don't want him to touch me, they're going to see her not wanting me to touch her. So again, I would do something to make her comfortable, even if it's different. At least she's comfortable. It reads on camera, and everybody loves it, and she loves it, and that's what I'm about.
about your thoughts of the love story that is Nyla and Octavian.
Ooh. Wait, one more time on that one. The love story that is Nyla and not Octavian.
Huh?
And not Octavian?
And Octavian.
And Octavian. I was like, oh.
And Nyla and Octavian. I just didn't lead with him because he's always first and everything, so I led with you. Threw you off a little bit.
Oh, the love story, Nyla and Octavian. I'm just going to say, just ideally to have somebody, first of all, to have somebody like this interested in me, just in real life alone would be like, wow. What did I do to deserve this? Okay, how can I push this forward? I don't want to mess this up. Oh, I'm messing it up. Oh, I'm not. And I think, those butterfly feelings come in, and to be able to look at this iPad and see this luscious man, I'm like, and then I'm like, I had that? But it brings up all these just wonderful 8th grade emotions when you were first in love and when you first knew what it was. And I had to just play off of that because, and from that I just fell in love with us in general. I don't know if I'm answering the question, but that's some of it,
Okay. Octavian.
Oh man. This is Octavian speaking. Being around for over 800 years, and I was out looking for something to eat, and who would have thought you would run past a wonderful soul? That's the difference. And people understand it's about reading people. Again, I done had donors. I done had, again, I'm over 800 years. I done lived like 37 lifetimes of her. But finding somebody that's pure and really a genuine person, that's what Octavia never had. Never had somebody just be like, dang, there's somebody I can sit back and I don't know, I'm talking too much, but if we look at football, basketball, whatever, I can have her with me. Or if I want to go on a politician run, because I am a politician. If I want to go on that, I know I have somebody who's rocking with me. I know somebody, I know I can trust in her. I know that she's not going to stab me in the back like some previous, donors. I ain't going to call none of them out. But they some little ranchets out there. Okay. But she gave me her all. And you seen that from first episode. If y'all ain't checked it out, check it out. Because y'all missing some good stuff. Do. She opened up to me, even though she was uncomfortable. And I sensed that she was uncomfortable. But for her to trust me, a vampire, somebody I don't have to ask permission for nothing. I'm him. For her to trust me with her and believe that I would stop. That let me know that there's something.
You know what I'm saying?
I love you two together, and I love you two apart, because even apart, up until, episode 1, you're in the office, you're meeting with people, But, you know, you see her on your little iPad. You seemed even kind of interested at her just from the iPad when you gave that little look back. And Sarah had to pull you up out of it on that. But for that, you're the glue, but that's like the only moment in the series that you don't know her. And then the rest of the time, it's like, even when you're away from her, your thoughts seem to be there, and it's really like believable.
Yes.
For this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna answer
Yes,
that why
I
she
love
was appealing, and this goes to just not Octavian, but Dante in real life.
Okay.
If you look at all the other donors, what was they dressed like? They were sexy,
Barb dolls.
showing off, doing their thing, all this makeup.
Glamorous.
What was she in? Regular clothes. I like to have an imagination. If you flaunt everything that I want to imagine, I already seen it, plus everybody else already seen it. Everybody goes on this donor page. I'm pretty sure a lot of people skipped her because she's not the one out. I want the person
glamour.
that everybody don't want and everybody pass over. That's me in real life. So when you gave me that opportunity, I said, and that's the perfect picture. Now, if you was out like in some scampy dress and makeup, I probably would have picked somebody else. Or I just would have fed off you. It wouldn't have been nothing more, nothing less. I would have fed off you, got mine off and left.
And see, that was my glam up right there. I thought I was doing something great.
See? But again, you didn't overdo it. You didn't oversell yourself. You've given Nyla authentic right here. This, what you see is what you get.
Right, exactly.
And I liked what I seen. I'm like, okay, because she got her chest out. I can get that. That's just something I'm going to chew on. Okay, Octavian don't go to the other side, so I don't want none of them. So it's like, to see you being naturally you, that's what it's like. Octavian like, I can get with that. You know, that's what I want.
I thought I was doing something special.
You did?
I thought I was glammed up.
You was glammed up enough for Octavian. The prince.
I love it. What was your favorite moments from episode 1?
Ooh, okay. Look, because I watched
Yeah.
try not to
episode 1,
confuse
episode
them
1,
all.
episode 1. I know. You gotta reel it in. You gotta
Because
reel it into
I
what
just
you
told him about one of my favorites.
Yeah, no, we're talking about episode
So,
1's favorite for these spoilers. Yes.
Ooh, mine was him coming to the apartment for the very first time. So this person has jumped out of my iPad, and now he is at my door. There was such a great, I got chills on that scene, for real, because it's like, oh, this man, he's at my door. This is the man that's at my door. Like,
I am him.
that was
He is him.
the first meet and greet.
Oh, okay.
The first time we met. I think that's probably just one of my favorite scenes in episode 1.
Oh, I got a lot.
Okay.
But I do
Bring
love.
it.
My favorite one is as crazy as that department, but it's the second time I come back.
Ah,
That was my favorite because I liked how I walked.
now you on that door.
and
You
was
like that?
this. He's back. Like you was shocked. Like dang, he just didn't hit it and left. He came back. Like
Right.
that's what I like because again, if it was something there and it let people see from the first encounter that we had that it was something.
There was something.
Because if it
real.
wasn't
There was
something,
authentic.
I
for
wouldn't have
real.
been at your door. I would have been somewhere else in these streets.
Speaking
Right.
of, she was reading the donor's actual.
I was,
You
and
were
it was
reading-
my book, by the way.
Yes, you were reading the first print.
Yes.
Of donors. There.
Yes.
So that was
Oh,
wonderful. We
I
actually have
love
the
that.
copy of the updated version on the table.
Yes.
Yes,
Pick
we
it up
have
so
the updated
bad.
version up over there. But yeah, you were actually reading that book, and that was just hilarious. That that moment was there because I didn't even have a copy of my books, and she pulled it. I was like, I could read this in the scene. I was like, go for it. Have at
Read
it.
my book.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That was amazing. And it's so funny because during that scene, the part that I was reading, it talks about all the glamour girls and like I was like, oh man.
Oh, yeah.
I said this is perfect.
Oh,
Yep.
Lord.
I love it, and I know that everyone else is gonna love the both of you in this series just as much as I love you. I want to thank you,
Thank you.
so much for joining us on this episode of Donors After Dark. Nyla and Octavian. I keep going to Nyla first because you're number one on the call sheet. Yes. Nyla and Octavian. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mimi.